Sixth match over 2 days for these two sides. And that is a great kickoff, well judged. Just bouncing inside the line, and so England will have to work hard from inside their own half. What a kickoff there from Marina Kukina.
Yeah, not bad at all. England, meanwhile, interested to see what they do with this lineup. Will they go wide?
Abby Brown, the England captain, is their go-to. Heather Fisher has just been tremendous for them here on day two. She's got through so much work, and we'll get into that a little bit later on, but England look to get the ball out to Watmore, the top try scorer for the English. Can't get on the outside, but just keeps the ball alive with a lovely little offload. And the tackle there of Kazakova. It's recycled back out to where the forwards who won the ball initially are standing. Brown to the line, the ball over the head of Fisher. Finds the touchline, so...
Yeah, she probably should have caught that one. It wasn't too difficult. But Heather Fisher, you mentioned her form. She's added so much punch and power. She does her core roles as a prop so well, and particularly in the contact. She has muscled people off the park.
Well, her love of the game as well, Mel, has meant that there's no way she wasn't going to continue to play on her terms, and the 32-year-old spent a little bit of time outside of the game. Terrific to see her back.
There's a wonderful video on Heather Fisher on the HSBC World Rugby website, actually. It talks about her struggles with alopecia, and it's really emotional. It's just so fantastic to see her out there.
Russia with the possession, and they go to the line and then try and find some space for their top try scorer. Watmore gets fended off by Kazakova, one of the more experienced players in this Russian team, and then they go into the contact inside the 22. Kazakova plays halfback. They run across the field and throw a big wide pass out to Mikhaltsova. Not Howard can get up and go again. Hamidova is there. Fisher with the ankle tap. Mikhaltsova thought that she was in. It's not over yet for the English. The cut there forces the error, and will come back to a scrum.
Fisher, how did she do that? You know, Mikhaltsova is usually one of the fastest on the park, but sheer determination and grit. She really wrapped her arms around, didn't she?
Oh, that's commitment from Fisher. Mikhaltsova has scored 3 tries over the weekend, just 23 years old. And this is Emily Scott with the halfback duties for England on their own goal line. Thought they might have kicked, but Wood says no way. Millie Wood goes through the gap. Watmore's there, tries to free the arms, but can't. No clear release from the Russian tackler means that England will get possession again. Alice Richardson says, let's get on with the game. Good lineup of English players out to the right. That is McLean out to her captain Brown. Fisher goes on the attack now. Good contest there between Fisher and Pedrova. They've gone 50 metres, have the English. Now they get into enemy territory, and one more pass to Watmore. If that had gone to hand, it was really interesting. Joe Watmore showing good strength. Scott goes in. Wood out to Richardson. McLean takes it to the line. Players either left and right, goes into the tackle. Hamidova's there. Fisher again, but this time they've lost it, and Pedrova has the ball. Now Russia with a real opportunity. Well, it's wall-to-wall action, and who's the quickest on the park at the moment? That's going to be the difference. Richardson, copybook tackle. Russia have got a nice lineup out to the left, and they've knocked it on. England were down to 6 defenders.
Wow, Russia had a golden opportunity there, because England had one player out and down, and it's Abby Brown. There's the knock-on. The captain for England,
number 2.
limping off, it looks like.
Maria Peristiak just had a little look-see, didn't she? Looked up to see where the defenders were.
Yeah, they've just letting themselves down. Russia, they've had a couple of opportunities there. Oh, what a shame for England, because she's got express speed. She scored some brilliant tries.
Looks like it's a knee injury there. Tabby Brown, 4 tries here in Kitakyushu. She has been instrumental in the resurgence, and it's been a good tournament for England.
Yeah, of course their 15-a-side players coming back at the centre is going to take a little bit of time to adjust, but we saw the pattern that they have started to improve, and it's looking good today as well.
Richardson now with the kick and chase. Ask Deborah Fleming to put the turbo boots on, but the touchline wins the race, and Russia don't want to muck around. They want to get the ball in here and go into the contact. Millie Wood makes a tackle. Now, Mikatsova, so strong, and the ability to offload in the tackle. Watmore's come in looking for some work in close. Ball finally comes back, one-on-one. Hamadova gets rid of Fisher initially. Not sure about the pace here though. Outside the 22, Hamadova. 3 English shirts there, she needs some support. Richardson's done well. No clear release. Pederstiak. Ball on the inside. Quick play here from Russia. Mikatsova. The coloured dreadlocks. Now a big line up out to the left. And here they go across the field. That pass from Trovkova really needs to be given. They had players, and now England throwing a lot of players in to counter ruck. Hamadova stands over the ball.
Don't kick. No, because
Misha Mikatsova again. The late cuts. This time Richardson might get the reward. Stay well. Nil all. Alice Richardson says, let's go. McLean taps at Watmore. Almost down to a walking pace, but now looking for the pace of Fleming on the outside. Couldn't find her.
The Russian attack a little bit too predictable. Players like Throkova taking on the line themselves, drifting across, too easy to defend. And for England, it's just the accuracy on the end of that pass. Could have been interesting. Gee, honestly, there hasn't been hardly a break in the last, 5 minutes of play.
Both teams wanting to finish the tournament 5th, the inaugural leg of the HSBC Women's 7 Series here in Japan. That's the siren. And this is Maria Pederstiak. Hamadova goes high and claims the ball. I want to get on with it here to Russia. They go back against the grain and now look to where the forwards were. They throw the dummy, the ball over the pass. It's found on the ground. Down and up and going forward. High tackle here from Fisher, and now they tap and go. Kazakova. Who's going to break? Where is the gap? Where's the fatigue? And who's going to score first in this game?
Or was it a knock on there?
Hamadova puts the big mid out. Tries to get around Fleming. Can't do it. Gets the offload though. Into Drovkova. Drovkova! In to score the first. In referee's time. And finally, Mel, someone scored.
Yeah. And it had to be that young lady. Super quick. But what about the work from Hamidova? Because the threat of the big rock had the English defenders surrounded her like bees to a honeypot. They need to identify that there was Throkova on the inside looking for the ball. See, number 4 for England there, Millie Woods. She needed to cut down Throkava's space straight away.
Throkova scores her 6th in Japan, 37th of her career, conversion successful. 7-0, Russia leading England.
Все правильно делайте. Лойте в край. Стойте на ногах. Ждите поддержку. Базар, правильно, Лен. Стойте на ногах. Подождите. Хорошее построение раковин. И следующее движение. Если уступаете, вы их даете. На переднюю идите. Очень тяжело. В центре продавливайте. На поддержке, подкидки будьте. Потому что они все впереди стоят. Из спины будете выскакивать. И быстрее, если человек не останавливается, помогайте ему, Мария. Хорошо? Слышите? Здорово. Россия! Защитите тоже. Защитите здорово. Алло.
Always colourful half-time comments from the Russian coaches. They'd be absolutely thrilled at the way that they were able to keep their composure in that last minute to score the first try.
I'll tell you what, they never lack an emotional sort of motivation from their coaches, do they? Oh, I love it. It's Katie McLean there doing a lot of the talking, as you'd expect. They're still right in there, England. Mental toughness a big part of it now. They're sitting at 8th, remember, Russia 5th, but ahead on the points by quite some.
England have got the strike players. If they can get the ball into the hands of players like Fleming, McLean. Great high restart, giving the chase the chance to get up there, and bounces over the head of Ahmedova into touch. Emily Scott, the 24-year-old from the Saracens club. Been on the circuit for some time now, made her debut in Dubai back in 2012.
I'm not looking to lift on the defensive line, it just...
Nice throw from Prestiak into Ahmedova. That's a combination that's working well. Mikhaltsova runs across the field and then gives it to Drokova. There is the pace I was talking about from Deborah Fleming. Just put a foot in for touch. Did the Russian flyer.
I think it might have just been her little toe. It was so close. But the assistant referee's right there.
Please.
Oh,
An error from the English. Drokova again on Fleming. This is a good contest between these two sprinters, two speedsters. Fleming's got to get out of there, and she does. Kazakova, one of the more experienced Russian players, now married. And so I should call her Koromko. But here come Russia again down that right-hand flank. The offload is working well for them. One-on-one, in, out and around. Scott comes, makes the tackle on Petrova. The offload and the try to Prestiak.
take a bow, Russia. That was excellent. And just that mindset to throw the ball from the ground too. Look at this attack on that blind side. Great work from Alice Richardson initially, and then just turning that sweeper in, then out, and then giving that ball off the ground. She wasn't held, she was allowed to do it. Russia, the team, looking good right now.
Prestiak started it, got the offload, and instead of staying on the ground, she got up to her feet as quickly as she could, got back in play, got the ball back and scored Russia's second. It's all Russia at the moment. Even the conversions from out wide are dissecting the post. 14-0.
The direct approach is working really well for Russia, isn't it? They're really getting a lot of go forward, and it suits your aggressive play.
Started from the line out with the error from England that gave them possession. They worked it well, and now Millie Wood. England inside their own 22. They don't need to panic. They've got plenty of time here. And that's the person that needs to have the ball in hand is Deborah Fleming.
A real shame she's been good this weekend. She's shown that she's changed her defence. She's shored that up. She's been great when she's got the ball in hand. That one, once again, it happens at the end of a day after a long tournament, doesn't it? You get a little bit tired.
And option.
Game number 6 for these two sides. England 2 losses yesterday to Canada and USA, the win against Spain, the loss to New Zealand earlier today, and the win against America. For the Russians, well, they're off to a flyer. 2 wins, France and Japan, the loss to New Zealand. In a mixed bag today, beaten by Canada. Fought back well to win the match against France and leading by 14 points to 0 in this game. As Kitakyushu again tries to get on the outside of Fleming. That tackle was high. They'll tap and go. Kitakyushu, so strong as Kitakyushu. The offload is working well for Russia in this game. Kitakyushu again goes down Main Street and scores.
Yeah, see, that's that direct game again, isn't it? They're keeping it close, they're injecting their players hard, and that young lady there, Kitakyushu, she's so good. Just took it immediately, wanting to speed the game up. She knew that the English team was tired. Defence was also spread out, expecting them to go wide, but they didn't. Powerful. 5
tries here over the weekend. The 23-year-old who started with 35, and as you saw in the graphic, that is try number 40 in her career. High fives all round. I can't add the extras, but a 19-0 scoreline. Here you go, Kitakyushu. 3rd on the all-time try-scoring list for them, and England will be desperate to get off the 0. And that might be one way that they can do it. The kick from Meg Jones, the chase is there, Watmore is there, Fisher's alongside her. Now they try and hold her up.
Oh, high. Must have been only just.
Kukina's come on. Kukina won a gold at the World Student Games. And they're just going to slow things down here, Russia, and why wouldn't you? Emily Scott trying to use the new changes to the ball. If it's kicked out and you're standing outside and you're able to batter it and get it back in field, that it's play on.
Blue number 6.
I just think that in this game, Russia has been the better team. They've varied their attack. You know, they have spread it wide to their very talented winger, and then they've also brought it close and been direct. So, you know, this shows how threatening and dangerous they are.
They like the power game, don't they? Not afraid of getting into the contact battles against the bigger sides, as Kitakyushu goes on one of those trademarks runs out to the sprinter and finisher. Kitakyushu gets another.
Kitakyushu is the one with all the tries underneath her name there, but you have to say that the threat that Kitakyushu in the middle of the field offers is what gives her so much space. Look at her there, just taking on that defence, giving a perfect pass out too. Those two have got an excellent combination happening out there.
She's got a lovely sprinting action, has Kitakyushu. You saw her there get it to full stride and then just ease back once she knew it was beyond doubt. Turned off the afterburners and just went into cruise control. 24-0. Not too many would have picked this scoreline.
I certainly wouldn't have picked this scoreline. I would have thought it would be a lot closer. England just haven't had the ball.
Last passage of play, England through Watmore. Works the ball back inside their own 22. Scott with a lovely crisp pass out along the chain. They have lost it again, unfortunately for England. And Russia will be looking forward to trying to make it 30. They'll play the advantage. Kitakyushu gets it out. Russia on the attack again. Russia finish with another. Not at Cena this time. Says, I'll pick up my second here in Japan.
Great try. It was the mistake of Holly Aitchison, the young English player who lost the ball forward and then snapped up right there by Noritsina, who's come off the bench, fresh as a daisy.
Kick goes over. Comprehensive victory here for Russia. They have thrashed England by 31 points to 0.
England 0.